Monitory through to Jan, who's onside. It's Asamoah Gyan. It's 2-1 Ghana.
It is Gyan. He's in the area. He scores. Ghana are back in front. A goal of individual brilliance from Asamoah Gyan.
Keeps crying for it. Jan goes on, brilliant. Memorable equaliser for Ghana by Asamoah Gyan. Driver from Sunderland's Asamoah Gyan. One of the most memorable figures.
They are a very noisy group of people, but are inescapable in the game. A strong support base is an assurance of a good 90 minutes of play. Arguably, supporters even have a say in how clubs are run and how players are chosen. They are the soul and spirit that can influence what happens on the field of play, as they even determine the tempo of the game. The supporters' unions for our various national teams display patriotism during the games. Undoubtedly, they play vital roles during sports activities. There are various supporters' unions in the country for boxing and football. They are visible everywhere and appear when the national team is in action. The supporters, often called the lifeblood, are usually draped in the national colors of red, gold, and green. Every team needs their supporters, especially so when they are losing the game. In times like that, the players need a dose of energy, confidence, morale, and a winning spirit from the supporters to do the magic or turn the game in their favor. Supporters groups are renowned for their fanatical vocal support in large groups and the display of banners at stadiums, which are used to create an atmosphere to intimidate opposing teams and their supporters, as well as encourage their own team with a black star and sing and chant to urge the team on. Their presence evokes the spirit of patriotism. The president of the Ghana Supporters Union is Abraham Boakye, popularly known as one-man supporter.
One person supporting the whole country and they are winning. This was given to me by a legend from England called Sir Bobby Charlton in 1995 when under 17 won their second World Cup. I was alone there. So when it comes to the final game against Brazil, I was alone against over 5,000 Brazilian supporters. You know, Ecuador and Brazil, they share borders, so they came like we are going to Togo, so in numbers. But I was alone, raising Ghana flag alongside with them, dancing with them, doing everything with them, and we scored them. And Sir Bobby Charlton said, a lone ranger, one person supporting the whole country. That's how one-man supporter came. I wanted to play, but in fact, I wasn't careful. So I was in France, 1982, and there was a World Cup. So I watched television and saw that Brazilians scored a goal, Calica, and there was a supporters, which the cameras moved from the player and threw to where the supporters were dancing and jubilating. Then somebody spoke to me that this one you can do it. So when I came from France, 1984, then I said, this is what I'm going to do. Then I had money, I have everything, I have visas. So when national team is traveling, I buy my own ticket. I just show Ghana flag to go and also support. That's why one-man supporter came. So when one-man supporter came in 1995, we traveled to South Africa in 1996 for Cup of Nations. So when we are coming, a certain man who is no more, has died, former MP for Odan, Boatin Abura, Honorable Boatin Abura. That time he was the chairman for Parliamentary Select Committee for Youth and Sports and Culture. So on the flight coming, he came to sit on my side and said, "Waman, you have done well for this nation, but I don't want you to do it one man. I want you to form an association. I will be patron and help you so that we can move these people forward." Then I went to the Register General 1996 to register Ghana National Supporters Union. We start operating. I can say categorically on authority that before I came to the scene, now fans, we call them fans, and spectators, that's how I call them. Now they wear replica jerseys to the stadium, what the players are wearing, and that's what. And when I came here, I said, no, our flag is our spirit. So why don't I use the flag to sew the dress so that when we are there, you don't need any introduction. When there's a match and we are there in numbers, anybody in the West says, that's Ghana. That's Ghana. You can see on the current African Cup of Nations, Senegal, Mali, everybody, they are putting their replicas down. So nobody is buying the replicas apart from the players. But the supporters are wearing our national flag to show the world that you don't need introduction. Our motivation is the team to win. So that when we are moving around, people will say, this is one man. So it's our duty to make sure the team wins. So then we can call ourselves supporters. If you follow a team and they are not winning, Ghanaians will say, get away from there. You see? So to win a match, we supporters is our dilemma. It's our dilemma. So whatever we have to do for the Black Stars or another national teams, the junior nations to win a match, is our dilemma. So they also feel, even when the game is tough and our songs are just slowing, they will just raise their hand, because when they talk wherever, you know, here. So our hand, they're calling the sound to be move up. And they will see that when they start dancing, they forget that they are tired, and they will die for the country.
The founder of the Die Hard Supporters Union, Abraham Nkansa, popularly known as Apirigu Chakapama, says it is important to display the national colors.
I started somewhere 2003, 2004 thereof. I started with the GANSU, Ghana National Supporters Union. I was a member, and from member, I became a PRO. And I was also, I was a member at Chapter O, and also I became a PRO at Chapter O. And from there I traveled, and then I came back. I think 1 year after I came back, and then I came to form Die Hard Supporters Union. And then the Die Hard Supporters Union too. Later I formed Makola Phobia Union through Neil Armstrong. Supporting is my passion. Even at the time when I was at Okes, Osei Secondary School, I was organizing the students to rally behind the team. You see, Okes is a team, it's a sports school. We are very good in football, volleyball, and some of the least finance sports. We are very good, especially football. So there, Pakwesi Fabin was my teacher. Joe Laka was my teacher. Pakwesi Fabin was my PE master, whilst Joe Laka was teaching English at Okes. So you can see that as a supporter, I started from the school, and then from there. Our culture here, as you know, we normally make sure the red, gold, green with the star in the middle is shown everywhere we go. And we try our best to be the ambassador for Ghana. Because if you are portraying the red, gold, green outside there, then you have to behave well. You have to do your things well, so that someone will not say that Ghanaians are like this. One person can let someone think Ghanaians are bad. Or Ghanaians are very wicked, or Ghanaians are not good. And one person can let people out there see the good in Ghana. Oh, Ghana for the Ghana for Motisi, and true sports. I've traveled, I've been in 8 African Cup of Nations. I've gone to 3 senior World Cups, different from under-20 World Cups, different from under-17 World Cups, different from women tournament. We do a rehearsal, you understand? We do rehearsal on that, and then we have to all do the same thing at a time. So we normally have a rehearsal days, which we rehearse on everything that we want to do. And the songs that we sing, we don't just sing any song. Sometimes you may sing a song, you find out that that time, the song that you are singing, things are not going well for the team. You have to change it immediately. So you find yourself, you'll be singing a song, then you find out that the playing is going good for your team. Then that song, you have to be able to notice that song. That maybe you'll be repeating that song. As you sing, you bring in that song. Sometimes you may meet a team, as you are drumming and singing, the worse your team perform. So sometimes you stop drumming and singing for a while and then see what happens. Sometimes you change the song and then you see what happens. So there's so many. There's some songs when we sing, when we are in difficulties, we sing that song. And you see that changes comes on our way. Our dear Ghana, we need to always defend it. Anything doing, when you get opportunity, doing something for Ghana, let's do it well. Like for instance, mine is to support the national teams, and I make sure I do it well. Tomorrow, maybe yours will be something else. Let's do it well. When we do it well, we will all help raising the motherland Ghana.
With the Black Stars sealing their qualification to the FIFA World Cup in Qatar 2022, the 12th man as they are referred to by connoisseurs of the game, are expected to give them that extra bit of something to get them to the finish line. That is, to progress from the group stage to the final.